I'm David from KGW. Can you take my quiz? So I'm talking about the state of Oregon and the state of Portland. Hey man, sorry to interrupt your lunch. You're walking toward the reporter with the sign.
The state of Oregon is...
The state of Oregon is changing. Rent's rising, higher taxes, the homeless problem, of course.
You know, I think we're on the rebound. It's been a tough couple of years.
The state of Oregon right now is under construction, really. I mean, we have had so much unrest and so many changes that have come our way and failures.
The state of Oregon is anxious, in flux, frustrated.
These are wild times.
And a recent DHM poll found that 88% of Portland area voters surveyed said they believed their quality of life was getting worse. And in an open-ended question said that homelessness was the #1 issue for 45%, followed by crime.
The state of Portland is crumbling.
Still rattled and saddened and shaken by the shooting in Normandale Park.
I don't think Portland is as pro-business as it needs to be.
Crime, there is anxiety about the impact of COVID and the economy, and we have this sense of tribalism.
Truly, people are eager to rebuild the city and to bring back the culture that has drawn people from all over the world to it. How do we do that? I think folks are still trying to figure it out.
Oregon is doing great at...
Anything?
Boy, that's a really good question.
I love that the coastline's all public.
I think I'm going to withhold judgment.
You have to give the governor credit, and I think the Oregon population, for responding to COVID.
We have more women elected. We have more persons of color ever serving.
Oregon needs to improve. Yeah, I've got to go back to the homeless crisis.
People want to be good. People want for things to be better.
I'm not condemning people that are homeless, but I'm condemning our leaders for not dealing with having clean, safe streets.
I feel like Oregon is really good at talking about the problems that they want to solve, but not digging deep to actually solve them. And it's a fear of change.
We need to get at the question of health, mental health, workforce issues in a significant way and a very focused way.
Our elected leaders need to
make tougher decisions to deal with everything from mental health issues to being able to entice businesses to not leave the city.
I'm definitely tired of our city and state leadership.
I think they need to take a step back and look at how things have been going.
To keep listening and learning. And I think that goes all the way up to our elected officials.
Actually listen to where Oregonians want the state to go. It's really easy to do talking points. You can write anything in 7 seconds.
What we're missing, I think, is a generation of leaders that are about to come in into the fore and their ability to kind of capture the public's imagination.
And I think there's a bit of hope in the air.
You know, I think it's all solvable. I don't think Oregon's, going downhill so fast we can't recover.
Yeah, I'm hope springs eternal kind of guy. I'm optimistic.
I'm optimistic about that some of the leadership is going to be coming from the grassroots up and forcing our elected leaders to act.
I think there's a lot of good hearts here, but so that's why I've stayed.
That's why she stayed, and that is the common theme that echoed through every conversation I had. Lots of opinions, by the way, and that's a good thing. So Oregonians care about their streets, their neighborhoods, each other. And those I talked to want a commitment from leaders and candidates to make sure this year is all about us versus the challenges, and there are many, instead of us versus each other.